Hey Z, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me
Yes.
just
Yeah,
fine?
I get you.
Okay, perfect. So one of your teammates is actually a Central High guy, Ricky Correa. I mean, what's that relationship like? Having a little brother like that coming on board from the same high school you guys.
We got two. So we got Jeremiah Hunter as well.
Mhm.
So it's been cool watching these guys come along from high school into college and being able to be kind of like a mentor to these young guys that come from a high school, coming from the same situation, and being able to like, hey, show them the ropes before I leave. You know, it's really big for me to have these guys set on the right path before I step out of here.
Okay, we'll move on to Jake Curtis.
Yeah, Z, did you consider transferring at all when initially it would look like the Pac-12 wasn't going to play? And well, I'll ask you a second part a little later.
Go ahead, Z.
Yeah, there was no chance I was going to leave Cal. I mean, fighting for California since I committed in 2014, 2015. There was no chance I was going anywhere.
And the other thing is, what is your situation? I know you were a double major. Have you graduated? Yeah. And would you consider a seventh year since this year doesn't count?
I think that we're gonna get everything I need to get done here in this sixth year. I don't think I'll require a seventh. And 7 years in college is kind of a stretch. So I'm looking to make my mark here in these last 7 games, and in my career as a Cal Bear there.
Thanks.
No
Rusty Simmons from the Chronicle.
Yeah, Z, you answered a little bit of this already, but Coach Sermon had some really nice things to say about your exuberance here. Tell me how you've kept that during this time.
Could you repeat that? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Just wondering about how you've kept so upbeat and exuberant during this time.
Oh man, just got to stay positive, especially talking with Coach Wilcox. Focus on the positive, and that's all I've been doing. Trying to keep upbeat, trying to keep it light, keep it airy. So it's enough dragging around us that we just need to have positive energy, and I try to bring that to the table every day.
Right on. And I'll ask one super general question, just kind of your expectations for the defense this year. I know you guys have put up great numbers these last several years, but what are you thinking about this season?
I think we can finally take that step as a defense. We've been great here and there, and we had our moments, but I think we're going to be more consistent as a defense, game in, game out, making plays from me to Cam Good to Coin to everybody on the back end. It's about to be not just a string of games. It's about to be a consistent thing. That's what we're trying to do here.
Thanks so much.
Okay, Trace Travers from Rivals.
Yeah, Zeandae talked a little bit about Ricky earlier, but you guys have 4 true freshmen in your defensive line group. What have you seen from some of those guys now that they're kind of having to get acclimated pretty quickly here?
I've actually been really impressed with those guys. They've been able to pick up the playbook pretty quickly. Our playbook's a bit dense, especially for guys coming straight out of high school, but they've taken to it well, and they've been able to step into certain areas of defense, like some 4 eyes, some noses, some scheme that just fit them. And I think that it's a testament to recruiting and the type of guys we bring in, because these guys are ready to go. Like they're ready to go. As ready to go as I've seen freshmen in a while.
Okay, I'm going to ask the next question for Lorenzo. We're having some trouble with his audio, but he just wants to ask, from when you first got on campus to now, how much of a trajectory have you seen out of Cal football?
Woo, man. Whoa. I've seen Cal football. I mean, we've gone through the roof with it. When I first came here, our defense was not very good. We had some pieces. We were trying to put it together, and just to watch players flourish as they went along, to watch guys that I was on scout team with are now in the NFL, and watching guys develop and watching how our defense has changed from then to now has been beautiful. The trajectory has been nothing short of amazing.
Okay, if anybody else has a question,
Yeah, I do.
go ahead, Jim.
Good to see you back, Zeandae.
Good to be back.
Familiar face. So can you talk a little bit about the void of experience on the defensive line? You lost Luke recently and Chinadu and Tevin. So you're definitely the senior statesman on the line. What kind of a leadership role do you take, and do you see some of the other guys maybe stepping in a little bit to take some leadership too?
Yeah, as the guy with the most snaps in the room, I have to step up and really make sure these guys are ready to come along. That's part of getting the freshmen ready. Some of those guys are going to have to get some snaps this year. But I feel pretty comfortable having Brett next to me and having Aaron in the room and having JH in the room. These are all guys that have taken snaps, especially Brett. He's taken, as a freshman, he takes starter snaps. So we're expecting him to step up and be able to play multiple positions on that line. I'm looking at Aaron Maldonado to really have a breakout. And JH is a guy that, if you just watch him, his technique is perfect. So I would expect that once I leave, he might step into the role of being the guy in the room.
Okay.
I think we got one more from Jasper Sundin, and then if anybody else does have one, please put it in the chat. Jasper from the Daily Cow.
Hey, Zeandae. We just talked to Coach Sermon a couple minutes ago, and he said you were all smiles at practice. Can you just give us your impressions? How was that first practice?
Oh, bro, the first practice was exciting. It was finally good to be back in the football setting. Finally good to see some of my teammates I hadn't seen in months. It was finally good to just see their face, whether it was across the field or 6 feet from me. Some of these guys I haven't seen in a while. So just being back in that environment, back with my team, back with my boys, back with my guys. Oh, dude, it was all positive energy. I couldn't be more happy.
Okay, I think we're good. I give you about 5 seconds. If you have one, put it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll make it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and let him get out of here. Okay, thanks, Z. We